Hey everyone, welcome to my podcast, The Wellness Project with Des. Yes, you heard that right. There has been a change. I've changed my podcast name from According to Des to The Wellness Project with Des because I felt like According to Des didn't really encompass what the podcast was all about. And it was mostly according to you guys. I mean, I take a lot of input from my Facebook group, I interview people, so I didn't feel like this podcast was according to me, but according to all my guests. So I wanted to have a name that better encompassed what the podcast is all about, which is overcoming mindset struggles, mental health tips, things like that. And I thought wellness was a nice umbrella for that. So I hope you guys like the name change. I'm still trying to get used to it, but I wanted people to kind of get a better idea of what my podcast is about when they hear the name. And I feel like the Wellness Project gives a better idea of that than According to Des. It is Tuesday, December 22nd, also my boyfriend's birthday, so happy birthday to Mark. And it is also Christmas week. The holidays are a fun and exciting and joyous time, but as we know, it can also be very stressful, a lot of drama, very draining. The holidays kind of bring out the best in people as well as the worst. And this year is going to be especially crazy because of COVID, obviously. So I know some people are still traveling to see their families. I know some people are doing like Zoom holiday dinners and things like that. Some people aren't going to be with their families at all, so they will be alone. I think there's going to be a lot of people alone this holiday season. I wanted to address that and try to help as best as I can. I know that it's going to be a tough holiday for everybody in one shape, form, or another. So I did put together a blog for you guys and a free PDF. So I will put that all in the show notes. You can download the PDF and it's tips on surviving the holidays. So I did take into consideration the different holiday situations people are going to be in this year. So those are just short little tips that you could use to have a calming, peaceful time and hopefully to help reduce your stress a little bit. So those are some quick tips on the free PDF. And then if you go to my blog, there will be a more extended version of the PDF. I didn't want the PDF to be too long. It's just a one pager. So if you go to my blog, it will be more detailed about each of the tips that I give in the PDF. So there's things like, take a break, know your limits, set boundaries. I didn't want to overwhelm the PDF, so that will be in my blog. So those are in the show notes. Please download the PDF and please let me know how you're doing. Join the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/group/according to Des. The group is called The Wellness Project with Des as well, but the web address is still According to Des. I know that might be a little confusing. I might change that in the future, but that is the web link, According to Des. So I will put everything in the show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday. Keep in mind that everybody is going through a tough time in one way or another. So be there for each other. Reach out to your friends, reach out to your family, whoever you feel comfortable with so that you can have someone to talk to. Join the Facebook group. Let us know how it's going. I am going to have some prompts in there to check in on you guys. And also, I don't know if you saw, but yesterday I did post for Mindful Monday. We do Mindful Mondays in the Facebook group. I did post a mindfulness technique in there called Take Two. So definitely check that out. That might be helpful. And also sign up for my email list, which that will also be in the show notes because I will always email reminders about Mindful Monday. I will post links to this podcast and I will post other little tips in there and everything as well. So everything's going to be in the show notes. So make sure you sign up for the email list as well because I'm hoping to have emails go out once a week about helpful tips and wellness tips, mental health, mindset, things like that. I hope you guys have a peaceful holiday and I'm so looking forward to the episode next week. You have to tune in because I had amazing guests on this first season of my podcast and I'm doing kind of like a highlight reel of all the words of wisdom and advice and encouragement from some of my guests that I've had throughout the year. And I think it's going to be really, really cool. And it's a really special episode. So I hope you guys like it. That will be live by New Year's Eve. So definitely check that out. And then that will be a wrap for my podcast for season 1. Can't wait for season 2. It's been a crazy, crazy year. So much has happened this year, obviously, but so many positive things have come out of it for me. Obviously, all my trips and things were canceled, but that was like the worst that happened to me, which thank God, because, Mark and I are very lucky. We both still have our jobs. We're working. The worst thing was that a lot of our trips got canceled and we might lose out on that flight money because they would only give credits for it. But, that's the worst case. So, we came out very lucky out of this situation. I'm very lucky to still have my job and be able to work in the office and from home. I am going back into the office in January, it looks like, so we'll see how that goes. We did a short stint in October of 3 weeks, and then they sent us back home again. But very lucky to still have my job, and I was able to travel a bit this year. I did, COVID-friendly nature trips, which was nice, exploring some national parks, so that was really nice. But other things that have come out of it for me is that I really put a lot of dedication into this podcast. I put out a lot of episodes. I did a lot of interviews. I would have done a lot more, but I had a lot of technical issues, which I know you guys know if you listen to my podcast regularly. My computer crashed, my hard drive crashed, and my audio interface crashed. So it was just a crazy year for technology. I spent a lot of money replacing all of my technology. So I'm hoping that next year I'm a little better situated financially. But I really worked on my podcast. I worked a lot on my projects, my email list, my website. So I'm trying to bring all of this stuff together so that I'm in a better situation to put out more PDFs and blogs for you guys, like I have in the link in the show notes. So I'm hoping to put out a lot more PDFs. Been getting really into Canva and making worksheets and stuff. So very cool. And I am also going to put my landing page in the show notes. If you are still interested in my kindness calendar, it is still live. So it's 365 ideas to spread kindness throughout 2021. So I will put that in the show notes as well. And a downloadable link will go straight to your email. I got a lot of really nice positive feedback about that. So I'm glad that you guys like it. Those of you who have downloaded it, if you haven't, make sure you do. So have a great week. I'm very excited to be doing Christmas crafts with my sisters. I turn into like this little Christmas elf around the holidays. I love the holidays, so I'm very excited. We're going to be doing Christmas crafts and baking and all that stuff. We had a very fun gingerbread house making contest. That was a lot of fun. If you follow me on TikTok, you will see that video. It was really a good time. Me and my family love the holidays. I hope that if you are not enjoying the holidays and you're not having a good time and you're not with your family or friends, I hope that you can take this time for yourself and have a peaceful time and do things that can bring you some joy and peace in your life. Let's just hope that next year is better than this year. I know it was hard for a lot of people. I'm hoping that 2021 will be a better year. I will talk to you next week, and if you join my Facebook group, I will talk to you every day because I'm always in there. Thanks for listening.